I have some good news. The official trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 3 has just been released, revealing all kinds of really awesome new things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the trailer and just like talk about each of the amazing things that they have just revealed and, just kind of break them down a little bit. This is not going to be a reaction to the trailer as I've already seen it. So if you want to actually see the trailer yourself, I'm going to have the link in the description down below. So go and watch that and then come back. But I have a lot of things to say. I'm so happy. Okay, so first, this is a beautiful shot right there. It's very nice. And then here, right there, look at the little baby, like little juvenile mosasaurs. The cat's out of the bag. Everybody probably knows by now. The trailer was leaked earlier. Babies are in the game. Babies are in the game. First Prehistoric Kingdom, now Jurassic World Evolution 2. We are in a very good spot in terms of ontogeny. So these are little baby mosasaurs, and I love them. I love how huge their eyes are, and they just got like really robust proportions compared to their mother right here. I also like that they started off by showing like the aquatic creatures, really setting the standard that you're going to be seeing aquatic creatures with their babies, and as well as the other ones. This one, the Pteranodon sternbergi, with its little baby Pteranodon sternbergi, or Geostembergia, of course, depending on what you want to call it. Looks so good. It looks so good right here. Of course, again, those robust proportions, a different coloration entirely from the adult right here, a very reduced crest as well. And notably, we can see that this pterosaur here is walking on the ground. I have a lot of hope for that. I'm hoping that means that like the Asdarchids will be able to, they likely will. If we can see this fellow walking around, the Asdarchids likely could too. And hopefully they can do some hunting on the ground too. That is something I really want to see. I want to see a Quetzalcoatlus doing that.
Genetic power.
The baby Triceratops, they look good too. The reduced horns that kind of curve backwards a little bit. Really nice coloration as well in these really pronounced epiccipitals, even though the adults still have pronounced epiccipitals. But they're very nice. They are very good. Also, you can see, we're going to see more of it, but some cherry blossoms in the background. Just a lot of different types of trees already being showcased here.
Across continents.
Look at this. Look how sick this looks. And it looks like the graphics might be looking like they might be something really special in this one. Of course, this is pre-alpha in-game footage, which I don't know if that would really discredit it in any way. But if we're getting a map that looks like this is sick. Like, this is a very nice map, especially with those arches that it looks like you can build underneath. It looks so cool. This is awesome.
Now it is up.
And again, more of the pterosaurs. And of course, some structures right here that are all brand new, again, with those cherry blossoms. So it looks like we're going to be spending like, having some things in like, well, he said across continents. So we're going to be in like different countries as well, like in Japan and whatnot. That is awesome. I love that. Of course, we did do a little bit of that in Evolution 2, but they're really going all out with it. You can see some bamboo over there as well. So, that's sick. I like that. That is so awesome. Look at this. Look at the little baby Pteranodon and the adult Pteranodon. I like how much they're showing the Pteranodons on the pterosaurs on the ground. And the fact that these structures are also inside the dome. I believe that's new. I don't think you were able to do that beforehand unless I completely missed it. But you also get this nice little bridge over here. More cherry blossoms back there. A really cool structure out there. You're going to be able to make some very cool parks this time around. I'm already telling you. Look at the baby Brachiosaurus. I love it. I love the way that it looks. I just love how different they look from the adults. That's something I always appreciate. Look at those little rocks down there. I wonder if you have like a little bit more freedom of how you can place down rocks.
What we have set free.
Look at all these babies right here. Again, more cherry blossoms and very, very cool environments. Oh, the brachiosaurs are in the water? Are they swimming? Are they able to swim? I think this might imply that we might be able to control the depth. We actually might see that later on. There was a quick shot of the tools. I'm going to look for that. I'm going to check that out. But if we can control the depth, then possibly can, dinosaurs go for a little swim? Huh? That'd be nice.
To find
this is, I think, the male Triceratops, as they'll reveal later on. There are going to be males and females. I'm so hyped, guys. Hyped? I said that weird. But we got like a male Triceratops and a female Triceratops here. The male has like more curved horns and a more like longer nasal horn. The frill is also larger too. Here's the little baby. The babies look great. I don't know. There's something about them.
Hope within
The baby stegosaurs look
this
very much like the baby stegosaurs that we saw in the Lost World Jurassic Park. And also some really cool vegetation surrounding them.
chaos.
We go baby baryonyxes with the adult baryonyx. Again, some very, very cool environments. This is just the baby velociraptor here. Ah, guys, I don't know. This is awesome. The baby Carnotaurus helping out its mother. I don't really have much like insight to say about most of this other than the fact that it looks beautiful. Look at this baby Allosaurus. One thing I would say is that I wish that these crests were a little less pronounced. That's like my one critique with this Allosaurus right here, because that was likely something that was for display purposes and it would develop when the animal would mature. I think it would just be a really cool thing to show the baby Allosaurus without that crest and then just show it kind of develop that crest as it ages. That's really kind of a minor thing because the baby still looks good.
Well,
Also animations of like the babies interacting with their parents. That is awesome.
to help
The T-Rexes. Oh man. And of course the babies here, the baby Tyrannosaurs are based off of Junior from the Lost World Jurassic Park. They have the same proportions that he did. So, you know, obviously that makes sense. And I love seeing all these cherry blossoms. Makes for some really cool scenery.
life find a way.
And there's their little animations here. I love it. This is gonna be sick, guys. I'm telling you, this is gonna be sick. So now next we're gonna see like a little bit of like the gameplay things. So yeah, let's see those. I'm so excited for this. Like this right here. You're able to make huge holes and you can of course control the radius, the intensity, the fall off. That was some thunder, and the slope and things like that. So it looks like we're going to have a little bit more creativity or a little bit more control over what we can do with the terrain, which is something that I've wanted for a very long time. Like there's some really cool things going on over here. Look how sick those rocks look. That looks really good. And the fact that there's like rocks that appear, I wonder if you can, I don't see anything that implies that you can turn that on and off, but that's interesting. That right there. Waterfall. I didn't even notice that when I first watched it. There's a flippin' waterfall here. Flippin' waterfalls, people. And statues. There's going to be statues in the game, which is awesome because statues are something that really make it feel like an actual park that is up and running. I just realized that my face is covering a little bit of the control tools. Let me fix that real quick. Bloop. Statues right there. Waterfall. You can place a little pond up here. And then I wonder, I assume it's going to be like something that, like you place down the water and then it picks up, like it can pick up the fact that it's right next to a cliff. And that like automatically turns into a waterfall. That's what I'm kind of guessing is happening there. But you get shallow water. Oh, yep. Shallow water and then deep water. You can control the depth of the water, everybody. I hope that means that they can swim. I really hope that means that they can swim. I hope that also means that we could potentially have some like interaction between like the marine creatures and the land creatures. You know, being able to make really cool, interesting enclosures, really cool environments. That's awesome. That is awesome. I assume that's what that is. I assume that's something that allows you to control the depth. I mean, this one specifically says shallow water. I think this one implies that it's going to be deeper water. But yeah, very nice statue of a Spinosaurus there. And of course, you know, the place down some plants, cover and pasture, all this stuff. It looks like, wow. I really like this interface. It's looking clean. I don't really know how to explain what I'm seeing right here, but it looks cool. So I'm just going to say that it's cool. Also, look how nice all of this looks. The graphics so far, I think, are looking pretty nice in this. And yeah, I think there's a lot of statues here. There's a Spinosaurus again. I think that's the same one we saw. Gallimimus statues here. Brachiosaurus over here. There was some Stegosaurus statues. There's some Ankylosaurus statues here too. And it looks like you can give them different poses. There's different sizes. As you can see, there's like a small Brachiosaurus and a large Brachiosaurus. I wonder if this is a nice area. It's like inside a little bit of a canyon. I wonder if I keep saying I wonder if, but like I don't know. I wonder how much of this is like already in the map and how much of it was just included by the terrain tools. Really keeps you thinking. But this looks so nice. Like all of it does. Um, helicopter transporting something. This right here, this shows right here that you can have males and females, which I assume means that they'd be able to breed. And the male variant of Triceratops is certainly interesting. That really got me thinking. I wonder if we actually have seen any males in the official movies. It's fine. You know, I'm not a big fan of the huge frill. But the horns look cool. I like the curvature of the horns. But I like the fact that they're having variation in that. That right there, I wanted to read what that said. Medium nest. So yes, I assume if you place down a nest, that'll allow animals to breed. I assume that's what they're doing here. You place down a nest, that means you want the animals to breed. They'll make, they'll get eggs and things like that. If you don't place down a nest, you don't want them to breed. Look how sick this environment looks though. This is the best that this series of games has ever looked. I'm telling you. Those babies and weather, of course. This is a nice area too. Driving like an ATV right there. That's a cool one too. The T-Rex is actually actively like going after the vehicles and like throwing it off a cliff. That is so cool. This is so nice. And the monorail. That is gorgeous. That is just so gorgeous. Pre-order now. This is I am so hyped for this. You don't even know. Biology also sent in the group chat. Oh, yeah, coming October 21st, you can pre-order it now, which I'm probably going to do because there are some cool pre-order bonuses. Let me show you that real quick. So, here are some of the things that you get with the pre-order bonus. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys so that you can really see. So if you order the deluxe edition, if you pre-order that, you'll notice that there are some pretty flippin' amazing creatures that you'll get, as well as, of course, 2 that were added in DLC before. It is a bit unfortunate that they won't be in the base game, but of course they were creatures that you had to pay for beforehand. So I guess it sort of does make sense. But the 2 that I'm mostly looking at right now are these brand new creatures, the Protoceratops and the Guanlong. And they look beautiful. They look incredible. They look incredibly accurate. They even have like the Protoceratops have like even like these small amounts of like speculative quills. Their proportions look fantastic and they look great. They look top notch. And the Guanlong, which Guanlong is a type of early Tyrannosauroid related to Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has this really cool looking crest on it. It looks like the male has like a bright crest and like the female is a little bit more dull. They look great. And of course, the Thanatos Draken and the Concavinator both look fantastic. I love Concavinator specifically. It is my favorite card on a sword. So I'm glad that at the very least we'll get some access to it. Also, their babies look really good as well. That's awesome. You also get, of course, all of this really cool stuff right here. So like some ATV skins, Clark County scenery items, like with more, I assume, different colored statues. And yeah, that's the stuff that you get in the, in the deluxe edition. Unfortunately, you wouldn't get the new creatures if you just pre-ordered the standard edition. And of course, the deluxe edition is a bit pricey. I'll probably be getting it because I think these guys look fantastic, but I do completely understand if that could be a little bit, just pricey for some people. But that stuff is awesome, and I'm so glad that they're doing that. But that's pretty much all I have for this one. Be sure to let me know what you guys think and what you're most excited for down in the comments down below. If you like dinosaur-related content and you're excited to see some Jurassic World Evolution 3 content, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you on board. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching and have an awesome day.